Chinese immigrant who, yearning to begin a new life in America, purchased false identification papers during the 60 years of the Chinese Exclusion Act, a federal law which ensured no Chinese citizen could enter the country unless a member of their family lived on American soil. Paper dollars changed their surnames, moved in with new families, assumed an entirely new identity, knowing they couldn't go back home. A paper daughter is a brave, silent woman who sits in the shadows of American history.
Bring hope and honesty.
The dragon dances down to Portsmouth Square. There are fewer hands to help the dragon fly, but we are grateful as we enter a new spring. At last, there is laughter. There is hope. Red lanterns glow through Chinatown after years of darkness. Go ahead, Jill. Light the joss stick for your mother. I will help you.
There.
This is the first New Year. It is just you and me at this table. But Jia's presence is strong. I do suppose you are old enough to hear the story of how it all began. Not long ago, a sickness descended upon our streets.
Was that him? Yes! How do you know?
I saw his life longboard was made out of the lumber from his lumberyard. Well, I heard that they cut him up in slices him like it was a science experiment, and he's still in the Hall of Tranquility. Oh, I don't believe them. I don't believe any of them. They're just trying to frighten us.
It is him. I explain. My laundry sits across from the undertaker, Wing Sang on Clay Street. The man was a hard worker at the woodyard named Wong Chuk King. The officer O'Brien told a reporter that Mr. King was wrapped in linen, soaked in antiseptic, sealed in a lead coffin to be burned at Oddfellows Cemetery. He died of a new violent disease, was in the Hall of Tranquility under observation for 5 days.
Where did this man contract this violent disease? Probably at the Green Mansion with a prostitute.
No, he lived at the Globe Hotel.
In DuPont? Did it spread? Were there others?
The crowd continued to grow nervous, asking questions. Suddenly, 4 paper boys of Cheongsa Yakpo sprinted from the door to paste the morning paper on the building. It read,
A Caucasian doctor examining the body was shocked to find that the person died of an epidemic illness. That is why they were put to quarantine in Chinatown to prevent the spreading of the disease. It cannot be spread from person to person. By Friday, it is hoped that we will know that this was not the plague. Otherwise, what happened in Honolulu might happen to us. Honolulu! The fires in the Chinatowns! Will they lock us down? Like prisoners?
Most of the collars in the chest liners, Father. I have 10 more to do.
Very good, very good. Ayo, and how is my little folding boy?
Go! Go! I told the story of his grandfather coming to America for Guan's son, the Gold Mountain. Choo-choo! Yes, grandfather worked on the railroad through the Gold Mountain of San Francisco. Choo-choo! Choo-choo!
Well, the only mountain in Chinatown is the mountain of laundry to fold.
Finish up your folding, son. Then we will share a special kumquat treat.
Things are about to be very bad here, Jia. The newspaper speaks of a lockdown that could happen any moment, the beginnings of a plague.
No.
We must be smart, be safe. The week ahead, there may be fires, chemicals of disinfectant. We will sleep in the back of the store for an escape should they begin a burn here.
Do you think this is why they forced us to live here? In Chinatown?
This had been the thought on everyone's minds. I took her hands in mine. Jia, you know I love you as my daughter. But I will never forgive myself if we do not write home to your family and tell them you are in danger here. You were promised in my care.
Please don't. What good can come of worry? It's illegal to leave. They're not allowed to come here. Besides, there could be no illness at all. Just a new way to threaten our livelihoods. Did the newspaper give any details? Any symptoms?
King was reported to have fever, body aches, swelling in his neck, and
Oh no, Cho-sam.
she jumped from her chair and ran out the back to the stairs, leading to the small room I once shared with you, your mother, and Chu-sam.
No!
Did Chu-sam have it, grandfather? The plague?
Yes, my oldest, my closest friend. Oh, how our hearts broke as we stayed with him in his final hour.
You must promise me you won't take me over there to the Undertaker. Please. Please. He will cut into me with that doctor. And I will never return home. I would rather rot in the cellar with the rats.
I removed our mirror from the wall. Your mother hung a sheet above the door.
Goodbye, dear Chu-sam.
Together, we allowed Chu-sam to be released from his suffering as he wished. Then I lifted his body, limp like laundry, and carried him down to the cellar. Go home, my dear friend. I told no one of Chu-sam's death, but As soon as his soul crossed over, the city seemingly knew of its escape. And that was when the quarantines began.
Father!
What's happening?
Smoke! Bonfires of bedding in the streets! Thick plumes of orange! I can't!
Sulfur! Quickly! Take gin to the kettles. Breathe in the steam. I'll be there in a moment. I saw 4 wooden sawhorses tied together with ropes and barbed wire barricading Clay from Waverly, but not our block. An officer walked past, mustached thick above his scowl. He tipped his bowler hat to the shop owner next door. His other hand held an axe.
Maybe the sulfur will kill whatever is scurrying about within these walls, hiding from chaos.
There will be no sulfur on this block.
Why not, Father?
We sit between 2 white grocers. He wouldn't dare wilt their fruit. Your mother sat up all that night, I remember, to make sure you could breathe, to watch for fire.
Was Mother scared?
Your mother was smart, inquisitive. She knew sadness, yes, but also wild joy. She would smile wide, hum while she worked, share stories from her father's farm.
Her father? Aren't you her father?
Ah, your mother was what they call my paper daughter, and you, my paper grandson.
Paper? Like lanterns or poems?
No. Her father is a farmer in China. He paid for her to come work for a merchant, to have what he thought would be a better life in the gold mountains of San Francisco. Every day for 3 weeks I would walk to Ting Hao Temple and pray to Mazu, our divine protector of seafarers, for your mother's safe arrival on the steamship Nipponman. Finally, she arrived to San Francisco Bay. For 40 days, she waited in a wooden warehouse on the wharf of the Pacific Mail Steamship Company with 200 others. She would be examined and later interrogated, answer questions. You see, your mother studied a book about my family when she left her own. A very expensive book from an immigration agent. Finally, the day had come.
We are the United States Department of Labor, Bureau of Immigration and Naturalization Services. Please state your name.
Thea Mesirow.
You are under oath. Do you promise to tell the truth?
She would now be tested on every detail in this book.
Born 23rd October 1846.
Where?
Guangdong Province.
Where?
Foshan.
To be let into the country, she had to pretend she was my daughter.
This is our family's village. Our ancestral temple facing west. The Shi family lived here. The Zhang family.
She answered 100 questions over 5 days.
This was our house, and this is our well. Our courtyard had...
Including one question that nearly caught her in the lie.
How many chickens were in the courtyard?
How
many chickens were in your family's courtyard?
There were,
Ja Young, you realize any false information could be result in imprisonment or
13.
deport.
We had 13 chickens in our courtyard.
At last she was released.
Are you my father?
Welcome home, Jiayu.
I am a little frightened. I don't know much about the laundry business.
That's all right.
And I'm with child.
Oh, well, that is all right too. Day after day, we grew to know one another. We laughed, we butt-head like family.
But why? Why did it take so long? Why wasn't she allowed to come into America?
It is not an easy thing to explain, Jean. The reason why she could not come in is the same reason we stay within the 12 streets of Chinatown. We are not citizens here. We were excluded many years ago. That is why we thought perhaps this plague. Just a way to get rid of us, once and for all. One morning outside Chongsai Yakpo,
President McKinley and U.S. Surgeon General Wyman, along with California Governor Gage, San Francisco's Mayor Phelan, and senior Republican leaders make a seal of silence in the Oval Office. They agreed. Chinatown's plague must be kept a secret from the nation. San Francisco's ports are still open for business. Phelan states, the Chinese problem needs to be contained. They breed the germs of a national disease, which spreads as they spread and grows as they grow.
That isn't true, Grandfather. Why would someone in charge say such a thing?
You're right, Jean. It is not true. If those people in charge had less hate in their hearts, so many people wouldn't have had to die. came home one morning. Ja,
Yes, Father, I'm back here. There's an animal stuck in the wall, been wailing all day. I need to get it out. It sounds hurt.
and as she hammered away at a portion of the wall, a thick rat lunged out of the wood and sunk his teeth into her arm. I took a broom to him.
I'm fine, Father. I am washing up. He broke flesh, but it was only a little bite. He was afraid.
But by nightfall, she developed a high fever, body aches, pain, and then a welt had formed on her neck. That is how I knew she had been infected.
I'm sorry, Father. I shouldn't have.
You didn't know. I am sorry, Jia. I was supposed to protect you here, your family.
You raised me. You raised my son. I know more about you than anyone else in this world. You are my father. Born 23rd of October, 1846. Our family's temple faces west. I can see it. I see it.
How many chickens?
13 chickens. Beyond this life still, I fold the laundry, I bleach the colors bright, and maybe, if I'm lucky, I'll come back as a silkworm who makes the thread which finds its way to you, Father.
We could not touch her. We could not kiss her goodbye. But I believe she knew we were there. We never left the room. She knew how we loved her so.
Grandfather? Grandfather?
Yes, Jean.
Where is Mother?
The next day, I went to visit a friend of your mother's, Wang Cheng. He told me he began translating for a new doctor, sent to Chinatown from Washington, D.C. A good man who pays him a white man's wage. The people show trust in this Dr. Blue. They tell him what they have seen, where they have been hiding their dead, and because I trust Wang Cheng, I allowed him to take your mother to the Dr. Blue. It was her last wish. for you to be safe. Now, Jean, this led to a very important discovery. Dr. Blue and his scientists had speculated rats from the steamships were carrying this plague. They run off the ships, make homes in our buildings, and the plague spreads to us. Your mother's death confirmed their suspicion.
So maybe Mother Spirit helped them understand?
That may be so.
How did everybody know the doctor and scientists wanted to help us now?
Their actions showed us. The Cheongsai Yatpo reported.
People should not be frightened. These physicians are kind and gentle. Their main emphasis is to go after the vermin.
Dr. Blue brought in health inspectors who set poison bait all over the streets to kill the rats. Then the people of Chinatown came together, started collecting rats for the scientists. They give us 10 cents a rat, 50 cents for a breeding female. Little by little, progress was made. We worked toward a world with less danger, less fear, together.
Mother's incense is burning out.
I suppose it has.
So how does it end, Grandfather?
How does what end, Jean?
The plague.
Things are better than they were before. There are far fewer cases, fewer deaths. However, we must continue to take precautions in this uncertain time.
But will it ever end?
We will weather whatever storm blows our way. While one plague is cured, other plagues persist. We can only hope this new year will bring us health and happiness once more.